the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
It's worldwide, y'all. Hey, listen, thank you so very much for tuning in. Welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, the #1 talk show for empowering, inspiring, motivating, and helping women and men to see that it is possible. You have to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. Absolutely believe that. And that's real talk. That's what that is. That's real talk. I am Dr. Judy, your real talk host, and this is my guest. Hey, Dr. Q. Dr. Q. Dr. Yaquanda McCall. She is my co-host, and we are excited about you all being here this morning. Thank you all so very much. Want to thank everybody. This February 22nd. 2022, as everybody getting excited about, is 2/22/2022, and it won't happen again in 1,000 years. And we won't be here. I don't reckon we will be here. But we won't be here in 1,000 years. That is my guess, that we won't be here. But I want to thank you for tuning in to Hallelujah 95.3 FM. Those joining me via Facebook, the radio, and YouTube, thank you all so very much. And go ahead and share this show. I am excited about this show. I am so excited about this show. But y'all go ahead and share it. Invite people to come. And so yeah, do me a favor. Go ahead and call, text, tag, and share, and let your family and friends from everywhere know the show designed with them in mind to navigate them into success is on the air. And they do not want to miss this. Oh, come on in.
Wow.
Yeah. Dr. Torres, happy birthday from the Real Talk with Judy live radio show.
Look at
Happy
this.
birthday.
Thank you.
Look at this.
Don't we celebrate
you from the greenery.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh my
So I
goodness.
wanted her to come in here because today is her 56th birthday. I wanted her to know that the Real Talk with Judy live radio show, we celebrate you.
Yes.
So those are some pretty beautiful red roses, daisies, and lilies in the valley. And happy birthday.
Happy
birthday. When I get to you, I want you to read the card. I want everybody to see what we wrote on the card, because I'm happy that you're here today, Marcella. I wanted to celebrate you live on the radio. And then, of course, I got one of your favorite ladies on here.
Yes.
And so, y'all, this show is going to be exciting. And I do say hello to my mama, Mother Irma and Wesley. You all will see something in a few moments. She is the personification of Black history. She is the reason I am who I am, Dr. King.
I love it.
And to my awesome, amazing husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell, I am honored by and highly favored and blessed. I texted him this morning and told him that God so favored me and blessed me by giving me to him as his wife and he to me as my husband. He's the reason I get to do what I do. And to my amazing team led by our marketing director, Priscilla John Lewis, who helps me deliver an award-winning show to a great audience every Tuesday, I want to say thank you. And to you, the greatest audience ever, that keeps me coming back with enthusiasm about your success every Tuesday. I want to say thank you once again for tuning in to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. My co-host, what you want to say to the people?
Hey guys, it's a great day. We are celebrating you.
And we will always celebrate you And so we are so happy that you're here with the Real Talk with Judy show. You see my business partner or business investors,
Yes.
as I call them, investing partners who help me to deliver this live radio show, also to come out in the community, to host different events in your honor, and like their name is being scrolled at the bottom of the line. And so, and I personally invite those of you who have not yet become a partner of the Real Talk with Judy show to do so. Visit my website and considering becoming a 2022 partner. What better day to do it than 22? All right. Okay, so we're here to empower every woman because we believe that in every girl there's a woman being built for manifestation. And so we are excited, women, it is time for you to arise, and come forth. So, Evangelist Pamela Murray, I see you on here. Thank you. I was on her show last night. And to Carolyn and all of the other ones who are on here, I want to say thank you all so very much. Well, today I am super excited, Dr. Q. I am super excited.
Yes! You know I've been waiting on this too long.
Y'all, I am super because the lady who gave birth to me naturally and spiritually, the one who taught me that I was born to be unique, powerful, helpful, smart, a leader, make the world better wherever I am, how to lose with pride and honor and still win, how to cheer others on, and how to never quit on myself.
My God.
My Shero, my mentor, the greatest supporter, my everything. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest this morning is my mama. Irma, Wesley.
Welcome, Mama!
Mama, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Mama. It is so good to have you here today, Mama. It is good to have you on this show.
It's so good to be here, baby. It's good to be here.
You've been waiting on this. Dr. Q been waiting on this, Mama.
Welcome. So good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
And I was on a show last night with evangelist Pamela Murray on her show last night, Inside the Word with Monday Night Manna with Pamela. And she asked me this question, Mama. She said, out of all the shows I have done, which one was my favorite show? And I started thinking about it. I have done almost 700 shows.
Wow.
And I love every last one of them. I think all of them brought something unique to the audience.
Right.
A real talk with Judy, whether on radio or YouTube or Facebook or doing Real Talk with Judy on the go or wherever. All of them was good. But the show that I love the most, y'all, or affect me the most by far is when my mama come on.
Yeah.
My mama come on this show. That is my favorite show. And you know what, Mama? Like weeks after you come on, people always, oh, I love when your mama on the show. I love when your mama on the show. They tell me that all the time. And all your girls are on here, even Cindy from Scotland. All of us are on here.
Okay.
And all of your girls. So my excitement is heightened even more because one of my most closest, dearest friend, who is actually my sister, she's not our friend, she's a sister of this family, here in the studio with me as my special guest. She has proven faithful throughout over 30 years. And I would never, ever forget this one, Dr. Q. She saved my life when I was caught in a riptide in the Atlantic Ocean in the Bahamas. Woo!
Yeah.
I went down one time. I went down 2 times.
Not 3 times. Not 3 times.
But on that 4th time, she wrapped her body. Woo! I didn't know how to get out of a riptide. And I think I had just saved the little boy's life because he got caught in the riptide. But when I saved him, I got caught and I didn't know how to swim out. But Dr. Torres wrapped her body around me Y'all, I will forever be thankful and grateful to that. Because she saved she saved my life, but she saved both our life. And then she has opened so many doors for me to speak at commencement. At every school she worked to, she has brought me in, or any place else she can open a door for me. She opened it.
My God.
That's
it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the embodiment of celebration. Come on now.
Oh, Dr.
She's showing up for you. Come on, Dr. And we thank you.
that was over 30 years, and she support me everywhere I go. I'm gonna share this. 3 years before I started Real Talk, she prophesied to me that I was gonna have Real Talk. And then one year, 2014, if y'all can see this, she gave this to me. 2014. I started November 2015. And to the bottom, it says Real Talk. It says, wow, a whole year in advance. She gave me this journal.
Come on now.
And she wrote to the Dream Weaver. This is
I don't know.
Real Talk with co-pastor Jay Mandrell. She said it would be the next big thing. And she said, I am so honored to be a part of God's next move through you. You are one of God's leading ladies who called to take center stage, work the word. This day, February 22nd, 2022, or 2/22/22, wow. Dr. Marcella Torres, I honor you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And thank you for being on my show. She loved Mama. This Marcella is one of Mama's hearts. And so Marcella, I couldn't think of anything better than to bring you on with Mama.
Yes.
Mama will be celebrating her 80. Y'all, my mama will be celebrating her 83rd birthday Friday. Woo!
Yeah.
Happy birthday! Woo! And look at who she is.
Yes.
And to all of you who's joining in, Cynthia Jones, Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Jennifer Reynolds, and so many people on here. Thank you all so very much for joining in. Mama, what you got? I'm so happy you're on here.
Yes, I'm happy to be here, baby.
Come through.
I know that's right. You don't be happy by yourself.
So, Mama, I want to ask you this question. And in 3 days, the Lord allowed you to live. This is 3 days before, and He's going to allow you to live. I already know you got many more years. But before your 83rd birthday, in the Bible, now Jesus never, and I had to look that up, Jesus never promised that a person's life lasts 10 or 70 years. It's not actually a promise from God. However, Moses in Psalm 90 and 10 was simply stating this was the average life expectancy. It's so Psalm 90 and 10, it said the length of our days is 70 years or 80 if we have strength. And Mama, you got strength. That's why you're 83, because you got strength.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So, what are your thoughts about the blessing of getting old? And I know, you don't like me to say old, but I say old because what ain't you still in your right mind?
Yeah, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing in my right mind.
Yes, ma'am. So, Mom, what are your thoughts about the blessings of getting old and in your right mind?
Oh, I know the Bible is right.
Yes, ma'am.
The Bible is right. And he proved himself every day. The Bible proves itself every day. Ooh. And to let me get to be almost 83 years old, he had proven himself, clothed and in my right mind. I thank God for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Trust him. You got to just trust God and what he said and trust his word. That's all.
And Mom, what's your favorite scripture?
Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. For his mercy endures forever. Let the Redeemer of the Lord say so.
Yes,
He has redeemed from the hands of the enemy. Now, he certainly has redeemed us, and he has redeemed me from the hands of the enemy.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I could have been gone so many times.
Yes, ma'am.
But he was right there. He was right there all the time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all, I remember we were growing up as little kids, and we had tile floors right in the home.
South Florida.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
South Florida.
That's true. And early in the morning, we hear click, 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 click. That's my mom in her bedroom shoes that had heels on them.
Ooh, mama!
My mentor. Come on.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And Marcella, the heels on.
Absolutely.
Click, clock, click, clock. And then we were sound asleep, and we'll hear this. I don't know who's we talking to early in the morning, but the Bible say.
That's right.
But the Bible say that she raised us. Did she raise us like that, right, Mama?
Yes, right.
So let me ask you this question, and y'all can tune in. But Mama, in Titus 2:3 through 5, it states the aged women likewise.
Mm-hmm.
I already talked about the older men, how they should carry themselves. That they be in behavior as becoming holiness, not false accusal, not giving too much wine. Teaches a good thing. And I told some old people, Mama, I don't follow every old person.
You better not. You better
I
not.
don't, Mama.
You
I don't
better
follow.
not.
I don't follow every old person in church because there's some crazy old people.
Yes, ma'am.
The process.
What you say?
It's the difference between aged and old.
Mhm.
Something that gets old is something that's been out there unprotected and it's just there. But when it's aged, it is a process. It's like when you want fine wine that's aged, when you want cheese that's aged, it's different than molded cheese and old cheese and stale cheese.
Right.
You can't, even though they may have the years, they don't have the grace. They don't have the mercy. They definitely don't have the wisdom.
Come on.
That's right.
Age does not equal wisdom.
Come
Oh,
on.
no, that's the truth. Age does not equal wisdom, Mama.
Right.
For old fools.
There's nothing like an old fool.
Come on through.
Come on, Mama. Talk about them old fools.
You find your old fool, you have you something to deal with.
Oh my God.
But if you find well, you're not gonna find no old seasoned person being a fool.
Ooh.
A person that's seasoned, as she was saying, is not a fool.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
just age.
Age, that's right.
They age with grace, and they're just age.
Great.
And they're age with will, they're age with grace, and their age how to. That's a woman that's been with the Lord. See, you have to be. There's a difference between a woman that's been with the Lord and a woman that has not been.
Yes, ma'am.
You mess around and get old and hadn't been with the Lord, you're a pitiful old fool.
Ooh. That's a pitiful old fool. But that's
Right.
that's the truth, Mom. Because the Bible admonished these wise women, and everybody knows. I think that you're one of the most wisest women in the world. Because what I love about you, Mama, you don't just the people in your life, all of us in your life. You don't just tell us everything is good. You'll tell us.
No.
You'll tell us when we're wrong. Even if we disagree, you tell us when we're wrong. You show us. So, Mama, what are some of the things that we live in we live in a hard day today? As an aged woman, what are some of the things you would tell us young women that we need some teaching? What would you tell us?
I would tell you, aged women, you need to get in a good church. See, that's the basic. It's a good Bible teaching church. And the leader have to have some sense. And you need to take teaching.
Oh.
And when they begin to teach, they supposed to teach from the Bible. And they don't supposed to add what they think. But they supposed to teach from the Bible and what the Bible says about it.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're not supposed to take it out of context. You're supposed to make sure it's in context. You need to learn how to run references.
Come on, Mama. Run reference. Ooh.
And then when you get to it, you need to learn how to speak what it was speaking, what it's really saying.
Absolutely.
And Dr. Torres, what is your thought? And Dr. Q, you just jump in and ask questions. I know you be getting excited, but So Dr. Torres, what is your thought of the aged woman and the young woman collaborating? Because sometimes that's a problem. It seems like some of the young women don't want to hear the older women, and it seems like the older women can't relate to the young. What is that barrier right there? What do you think about that, Doc?
Kind of similar to a generation gap. Every time we go from one stage to another, wisdom would tell us to make sure the knowledge, the inventions, and everything that you gather in this phase is properly passed off to the children or the people of the next phase. We've gotten to a place where we don't want to listen to those who've been there and we're on our way. But been there or been can tell, come here, something anytime, because I've already been there. So I can tell you how to pack. I can tell you what to expect once you get there. I can tell you what to look for on the journey. But I have to ensure as an aged woman that I am placing that in the hands of the next generation. Don't throw it to them. Don't leave it on the table. You got to make sure they get it, because what we're finding is they're not getting it. So history is just going around in cycles. They can't move out of what they're in because you won't listen to those who are already there. I'm trying to tell you, we're on the West Coast and you way on the East Coast.
So Mama, how do you all come in as the older generation, as the aged woman, like Dr. Torres said, the aged woman? How do you come in and help us young women here?
You know, some young women will not take teaching, and you cannot help those young women that won't take teaching.
That's true.
But if they will take teaching, you can help them, but you have to help them with love and kindness.
Love and kindness.
Have I drawn thee?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to be very kind and very careful and loving, and you can kind of draw them if they will listen to you.
Wow. Dr. Q, she said very kind, and then she said the aged woman got to be careful.
When she said they got to take teaching, she was giving instruction. That's old and young. Because sometimes we get older and we don't want to listen. We don't appreciate what the younger person brings to the table. See, when I was brought up, children hush, sit down, be quiet, just listen.
Yeah.
In this age, they're giving more voice. So I've had to learn to listen to what my daughters are saying, to listen to what the young people are saying. Because when I listen to them, then they listen to me. But if I shut them down, they're too busy trying to prove their point. So when she said take teaching, both sides got to be teachable and respectful and humility. You can be the best at what you do, but if somebody better, somebody can help you be better.
Oh, come on. Come
That's
on.
good. And, you know, just thinking about what Dr. Q just said, when we're talking about both, you know, I would say even to the young women that one of the best tools that you can have in your arsenal to be able to use is an aged woman with grace and wisdom.
Come on.
I just don't think you ought to walk through this life and not have someone that's aged with wisdom and grace to be able to impart in you. I tell you, I know those women and I know those that labor among me. And I tell you, when I'm anywhere near the vicinity where they are, I'm at their feet and I'm just saying, tell me what's going on in your life today. And I guarantee you, every moment is a teachable moment, but you'll be able to glean so much from them. You can't have everybody on the same level and people below you. You know, you can always tell where someone is going by just looking at the friends they got around them.
That's good.
You know, when we talk about 360 degree, wherever you are on that level, you got to have somebody above you and somebody working with you on the level that you're on. But don't forget to reach down and pull somebody up to the place where you are. You need an aged woman that's seasoned with grace and wisdom.
And that's one thing I like about, and Marcella telling the truth, because when we go on family trips, Marcella, you can find Marcella
be across her bed,
a couple of hours just laying across mama's bed, sitting in her. Yeah, she does. Everybody else be out in the pool or eating or playing. We look for Marcella. Marcella is laying across mama's bed, getting everything she can get from mama. And one of the things, mama raised us, and what I love about our life, and that's how I got the dream of family affairs, because one thing they gave us growing up, she and my dad, was a voice in the family.
That's right.
Mama and people want to know why I ask questions. Why my mama and my dad, they gave us a voice, and mama, that was important, right?
Right.
I love it. I spoke to an aged woman on yesterday by the name of Harriet Mandrell.
Henrietta
Mandrell, who is 96. And she said to me on yesterday, she said, well, I'm not going to tell you to hang in there. Too many of y'all hanging in there and the road keep getting cut and you keep getting dropped off. This is how the power is. She said, I'm not going to tell you to hang in there, baby. Because those who hang in there ain't going to make it. What I'm going to tell you to do is get wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up, and you hold on. That means that you're there as long as you don't let go. I said, thank you. That's it. This is what I'm talking about. Didn't know young woman gave me that. It was an 8 season. Like,
young woman
that right there. Yeah, she just hanging on. She said, no, baby, get wrapped up, tied up, and you hold on. That way you don't get dropped off unless you let go. And she said,
that's
no,
right.
My, that right there was good. Hey, listen, those of you who are tuning in to us, go ahead and get other people on the line. Go ahead and text. Thelma Seal is texting everybody. She's inviting everybody. Thelma, thank you so very much, Sharon. You all are sharing. You all are getting, and that's what I want to ask you all to do. Just take a few moments and put people's name in there and have them to come on this show and say, Mama, what's some of your most important lesson? You're 83. Give us some of your lessons, what you learned in life.
Well, one thing I learned in that is to listen. Listen and pay attention.
Ooh.
You know, young people don't like to listen. And I learned in this world, in this life, you have to listen.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the most valuable things you can do is listen. And to be respectable,
Yes, ma'am.
you have to be respectable. And I want y'all to get this before we go on with the show any further. Always learn yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, please. Now, if sometimes there comes a time in life where you have to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, thank you, and please. Remember those words, and they get you a long way, especially with the other race. Excuse me, you know, when you're going to the store, those little ones, they're not that young, but they want you to say, yes, ma'am. So I know that.
Yes, ma'am.
So I say yes, ma'am, very quick because I want to get served.
Wisdom.
And they'll hurry up and serve me and just be smiling. I be saying, yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? I be using yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
To get, you have to learn how to use words to get what you want. You know?
Oh.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
Doesn't cost you. Use your words.
Use your words. I love
Use
that.
I
say that all the time.
Use your words so you can get what you want.
Use your
Right.
words.
It will get you what you want. You
Yes,
just
ma'am.
try it. And just try it. Be very kind.
Oh, this is good teaching. This is good. Oh, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. She taught us that. You know, I'm 63 and I still say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am.
That's
right. To every adult. I say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And there's some older people, some things I don't agree with, but I've learned to say yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Just smile and say yes,
yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And thank you. No problem. Man, this is some good. Now see, wisdom is speaking. That was Dr. Runa said, wisdom is speaking. And mama, this is what we need. Dr. Torres, Dr. Q, y'all deal with these young ladies. This is wisdom.
That's right. That's right. Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am have gotten me into doors that, And now
Yeah.
would not have afforded it.
That's right.
If you say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, they feel respected.
Yes.
That's
And
right.
when you respect them, then they respect you. I taught my children at a young age to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. My boys had a speech impediment one time. I took them to the speech therapist. He said, maybe we should stop saying yes, ma'am, no, sir. You're gonna have to teach them yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, speech and speech only. But that is going to position them in a place of respect.
Right.
I have seen people, older Caucasian women, walk up and hear my son say yes, ma'am, and say, oh, they're saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and give them money.
Right.
So my dad thought it was a ticket to get money, so he walked up.
Yes,
ma'am, looking for $5. But they learn early, and people see it.
Yes.
They know it. They've been taught respect.
Yeah. And I believe that's one of the things that's lacking in our society today amongst our young people. They have not been taught at home to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, and please. We live in an entitlement society.
Yes.
What y'all say? We live in an entitlement society.
Absolutely. Show no respect on what is given, what has been labored for, and what is a gift. And everything is just you owe me. This is what you're supposed to do. We say a lot of times everything that I needed to know in life, I learned in kindergarten. Well, I learned in kindergarten and Sunday school. It taught me a little bit more than what they taught me in kindergarten, because we began to look at some of the fundamental principles. Mother said that they need to learn how to talk to be able to get those particular answers.
Yeah.
There are so many who don't know how to use their voice appropriately. We think sometimes by getting loud and getting aggressive is going to get us what we want. But a soft-spoken voice, yet firm, can get so much more. I've heard Mother Wesley say, honey, you can get a whole lot more with honey than you can with vinegar. Sometimes you got to sweeten it up. You got to still give the truth, but put a little honey in it, and you'll be able to attract and get a whole lot more.
Yes.
What you say about that, Mama?
Yeah, I think that's excellent. And I think the more we teach it to our children, the better the world will be.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
We as older people, we know how we made it. Now we made it this far. See, I'm going on 83. 3 more days, I'll be 83. But I retired. I was at my school for 45 years.
Wow.
And they were amazed how I kept employers so long.
Yes.
Now the secret way you treat them the way you want to be treated.
That's it.
And I was the supervisor. I was the boss, but I didn't walk around acting like the boss. We were like a family.
Yes, ma'am.
And I treat those people like family.
Yes, you did.
And I was concerned about them and their family, and they knew it. So if they had to take off 2 days instead of 1 day, well, I understood. So you can't be right there with your pencil, ready to duck time from them. They weren't making that much no time, but 45 years. So I came for them making like maybe $2.75 an hour. Until up when I left, some of them was making maybe $15 an hour, and I was ready to give them more.
Yep.
So, and I love their children. Their children were sick. I was concerned. Just like it was my child. I was concerned about their children, about their family, about their mother and their father.
Yes.
If you do that, you will have employees.
Wow.
I was there 45 years, but I had some of them 40 years, 30 years, 35 years. Wow. And they just couldn't understand why a person could get somebody to work for them that long.
Wow.
But see,
Come on now.
You have to use the Bible.
Yes, ma'am.
See, when you get that Bible, the biggest lesson, the biggest book that you can use is that Bible. And when you teach like Jesus taught, see, you supposed to love one another. And that's what I did. I see, I had my rules and regulations.
Right.
I had my school policies, and I didn't mean for them to break them, and they knew.
They knew.
And you ask the people, say, what did Mother Wesley or Miss Wesley didn't like? They said to hear children crying.
At all.
Now, I took care of children from 6 weeks up to 5 years old.
Wow.
And you did not hear children crying at my school.
Sure did.
I said 6 weeks. Now, I taught them if a child is crying, there's a problem.
Yes.
Now, I said if a baby is crying, he's either hungry, wet, need to be picked up, he needs some nourishment or something. And you can tell when the baby is just laying there, you can tell the difference in his cry. The baby that never changed his cry, then somebody has never said anything to him. So you just let I pay you good money just to see about that baby. And I do not want, because I'm going in there to find out why that child crying. And you're going to have to tell me
Good one.
why that child is crying. So I ran one of the top child care centers anywhere because I'm concerned about those people's children.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Man, you got some good people on here. They're saying she telling the truth.
Yes.
You know, Cindy said you taught us most about we watched you. Your life was your testimony to your children, to us. We saw you at home. You ain't fake it. You was the same everywhere. And you required us to love each other. You required us to support each other. And to this day, we're doing the exact same thing. You're doing Dr. Torres and Dr. Q, y'all got businesses and Carolyn's on here. We got these daycares and all of this. People don't want to stay now. They don't, and all of this. But we got to love the people that who work with us, just like our family. Just like we got to be concerned about them, just like our family. What's your thought?
I'm still stuck on she gave you a voice. I'm still stuck on your mama gave you a voice.
Yes, ma'am.
And that liberty and that empowerment she gave you is still going right now.
Yes, ma'am.
All over the world, people are hearing what your mom taught you when she gave you the liberty of having your own opinion, of being able to ask questions. So often we say, because I said so, No, tell me why. When my son was little, I said, don't go in the street. He said, why? I can't tell him because I said so, because when I'm not there, he's going to run in the street. I said, because there are cars there, and I value his intelligence.
Yeah.
Your mom valued your intelligence and what you brought to the table.
Yeah.
I love your mama. Love you, know.
Yeah, and she did. And sometimes, and she allowed us to explore. And I think that's what we have to allow these children to do as well. My mom and dad, I wanted my room dark purple. Dark purple. I don't know what I went through. I wanted dark purple. I wanted black lights. And you know what my dad did? He went in there and painted my bedroom dark purple. Did he, mama?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Painted that room dark, put me that black glow light. I don't know what I was going through, but they let us go through and guess what? This is the most important part right here.
Come on, tell it.
They were there when we made a mistake to help us get up, to not to say, my daddy did not say, Judy, You don't have me to paint. You don't have me to, what you say, Mama?
Nothing.
He did not say, yo, you done made me paint this room. You gonna sleep in it. No, he did not. You know what they did? He went and repainted the room. It didn't stay perfect long, but they allowed us to explore. And I think that is important. At the age when we got to do this, we got to allow these kids to explore.
Wow. Teach me along the way. You know, all these folks talking about mentoring, and you making it sound like mentoring is a 2-hour job or a 2-day job. I'm doing this month, and I'm not gonna do, but it's a lifetime commitment. Our parents, they actually mentored and they took us along the journey. Didn't just drop us off.
And that what happened? Oh, my battery running low.
Y'all know what? Y'all know what? Can y'all hear me?
What's that? Yes, ma'am.
The proof is in the pudding.
Come on, yes.
And when you have raised your children, it speaks for itself when those children become grown. See, they say I get present every Mother's Day, birthday, I guess, have Christmas, and I get good present. You know why? I taught my children that along the way. I said, see, if something is on sale, and you know, my birthday comes every year at the same time. Every
year.
At the same time. February 25th. I said, now, I want my present. And they know I want, and I don't want it from somewhere that's cheap. You run out there and get me something. No. When I raise y'all didn't wear stuff, I just went up there and picked it up. See, I had to set aside and sacrifice to buy y'all nice clothes. So when you get ready to buy me something, you do the same thing. And somebody said, on Christmas Day, I said, I have more presents under the tree than anybody because I got 6.
and she doesn't play. She doesn't play either, y'all. She's not playing and she's not kidding. When her birthday comes, I remember one time I missed Mother's Day. I think I missed Mother's Day. I was late getting the card.
Oh my!
You know what she told me?
Oh my!
There is no reason for you to be late. Mother's Day come the second Sunday every year, and you know it come the second Sunday. So your being late is not acceptable. I said, well, heck no. And then I bought her a little card like this one, and she said, I don't want no little card. I want a big card, and I want a lot of words in it. I know that's right. She said, I wanted to say, she said, then write something.
Right.
She don't play about that.
So she started you writing in cards and emphasizing what the cards.
Yes, I did.
That's right. So, Mama, my younger years with my grandmother traveling up and down the road, she did allow me to explore, and she did make it. She did make. If I made a mistake, she gave me the tools to correct them. Wow. Also, this is from DJ Mama. Also, she made me feel the mistake as well. Okay, she gonna make you feel it now. Thank you, DJ. Yeah, she made me feel the mistakes too. She beat my behind. Y'all can say what you want to spare the rod before the child. And the butt is made for the whooping, not all over the body. That's right. Not all over the body. Y'all talk to us. Not all over the body. All over the body ain't working. That's abuse.
Well, you have to learn how to spank a child like you learn how to do everything else.
Come on.
That's right.
Come on.
Come on, brother.
Teach us.
Yes, and if a child needs to be spanked, he needs to be spanked.
That's just
the Bible says, spare the rod for the child. And that's true today. You wouldn't have all these jailhouses and stuff if these mamas. Well, let me go back. We didn't have all these mamas on dope and stuff. When I came along, see, I'm 83. And these mamas wasn't all on dope and all staying out all night and all this kind of stuff. the mamas just wasn't doing it. They was home being mothers. And that's what's wrong today. These mothers are not being mothers. See, I'm still a mother. My children can find me home. My children find me home. My children find me at church. Well, I retired from working now, so they can really find me home. That's what I do. And then if they don't call, I call them and ask them what's the matter. So they have to check on me.
Yep, it's 5 o'clock. Why you haven't called me yet? What's wrong with you? What kind of day you having? Mama, Miss Jennifer, Dr. Jennifer Renner said Mother Wesley took in babies and children in her daycare center in Broward County in the 90s that were drug exposed when other daycare centers would not accept them. My God.
That's right. In 1980 was the influx of all those cocaine babies in Broward County.
Yes, ma'am.
And they would come in a little bitty, babies, but the mama was full of cocaine when she was carrying the babies. So those babies were screaming and holler, but then we learned you have to wrap the children a certain way. You have to be educated to teach to handle these children. So we had to go to school and learn how to wrap the baby. You have to wrap the baby a certain way, and then you have to hold them in your arm a certain way. And then one thing you couldn't do, you couldn't look straight at the baby. You couldn't look face to face at the baby, but you had to learn that. Those were cocaine babies. And we were the largest center, because people from 81. In 81, we were the largest center.
A trailblazer in the kind.
Yes.
Take care of those babies. So then another thing in 1982, that was the influx of Haitians coming to Broward County. And we had to learn we couldn't speak whatever language they spoke, but that's the reason I know with loving kindness.
Yes,
the universal language is a smile.
Oh.
Every culture understands a smile.
Come on.
So when the mothers came in there, you needed to smile. Smile. And ask them how they are doing. Pick the baby up. Let the mother know you're glad to have the baby. You try to talk to them, little bitty children. I'm not talking about the infant. Mm-hmm. And you have to show those babies kindness, and the mother brings them. You already look funny to the baby. And when the mamas bring their little children in there, 2 or 3 years old, you got to smile and let them know everything is okay.
Wow. Mama, this is absolutely awesome. Dr. Torres, read your card, please.
Okay, my.
I want to hear it.
Listen. It says, and it is well written, it says, happy birthday, Dr. T. Thank you for always believing in me. And it says, for saving and guarding my life. I celebrate the gift of you. Love, Dr. Judy.
That's it, y'all. Wow. Marcella, we celebrate you today. We celebrate your life, the gift you are. Mama, we celebrate your life of 83 years. Marcella, yours of 56 years. To this audience, this great audience, we celebrate you for being here to chime in with these 2 awesome women who have, Mama is 83, Marcella is 56. Both of them have great wisdom.
Yes.
Great understanding of life to help us move forward. And I wanted you to hear both of them. Yes. I wanted you to hear Mama. I wanted you to hear Dr. Torres. That's a boss bond in her. But we just thank God so very much. Mama was able to sit up and be here the whole hour. And Mama, I'm just so glad to have you. Give us some closing words, Dr. Torres. I want you to give us some closing words, then Dr. Q, and then we're going to end. I want to say this, that Marcella, Dr. Torres, and I both sit on the Commission of the Status of Women and Girls. And tomorrow night, Wednesday night at 5:30, we're having a town hall meeting at the public library downtown. And y'all come and see what it's about. If you're in Tallahassee and you got time, come and hear the conversation. Come and be a part of the conversation. Come and talk. Let us hear you. We have questions. We have some concerns. But we want to hear what the community have to say on the status of women and girls in so many different areas. So if you would, come on out. It's at 5:30 at the main library. Mama, give us some closing words right quickly. And then Dr. Torres.
I like to say thank you, my baby.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be able to have something to say on this show and to be a living witness of what I said.
Oh, yeah.
Some people say things and they're not a witness. You look around to see who in the world talking. Half of the children are in jail and half of the children. But I want to let you know, all 6 of my children finished college, and I did too.
And she did too. And I did too. She did too. That's right.
And I want to let you know that I have 2. Tanya has a master's, and my grandson DJ has his master's. So we're all just doing fine, trusting in the Lord, and they listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
I call them on the phone. Yes, I will. And I said, come in. That's DJ and all of them. And they come, Tanya, whatever, I tell them just what is right and what the Bible says. See, they're not too old to not listen to what I've got to say. And that includes Judy. Amen. God is a good God, and you that have been listening to the show, Bible said that all women teach the younger women. And then he said old women are seasoned women.
Old women, the aged women.
The aged women, all right.
Old.
All of that's so old. Hey, I'm sure old. I tell them I'm old.
I tell them like,
happy birthday, Marcella. I love you.
Thank you, my love. I feel it.
Mama, thank you so very much. I see Miss Peeves on here. Miss Peeves was my supervisor, and she became my mama at work, and she didn't play either. And her birthday is February as well. Happy birthday, Miss Peeves. Dr. Torres, give us a minute.
You got it. My minute will be, since we're in the twos, we're on 2:22:22. I would say God is working in the doubles. And for those who are out there, you make sure that you have 2 good friends, 2 that will pray for you, 2 that will call you out, 2 that will hold you accountable, 2 that will be there in your time of need. The gentleman who was sick and lame, his friends got up on the roof, took the roof off to lower him down. You need to make sure that you have those in your company and among you. Not 2 that's going to gossip, not 2 that's going to talk all the time, but individuals that's going to stand up and be in the gap. And you want to know where you're going, or you want to know why you're stuck where you are, look around you and check out your friends.
Oh, wow. And if y'all would, please share this. You can join us tonight in Bible study at 7:30 on Facebook. Zoom. I'm sorry, on Zoom. You can start on Zoom tonight at 7:30. Pastor Mandrell will be teaching us tonight. And also Monday night, February 28th, we're having the awards show. Yes. Where I have been humbly chosen as the media pioneer of the year, and by the one and only radio station in the world, and also the Captain Outlook newspaper, and that's Hallelujah 95.3 FM. And we'll get ready. I want to thank you all so very much for joining us today. Thank you, Evangelist Murray. Thank you. This has been absolutely fantastic. Marcella, Mama, Dr. Q, close us out right quick, Dr. Q, and we're getting out of here. And we want y'all to be with us. Friday, the Lord said the same. I'm going Facebook Live in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
For Facebook Live. Yeah.
I got the smile.
Yes.
Yes. Woo. Oh, listen, remember, take teaching. Humility is key. Mary and Martha, sit at the feet. Hold on, don't hang on. Listen, pay attention, be respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Use your words, ask questions, give your children a voice. They learn more from watching than telling. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Show authentic love and concern. Longevity is proof in the pudding. Discipline is a sign of love. God recognizes your cry. Do your part and do it well. Parents, allow your children to explore like Momma did. Loving kindness is a universal language. Don't be an old fool.
And y'all, with that, this has been Real Talk with Judy live here at Hallelujah 95.3 FM. Lord, we'll see you next Tuesday. That's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with